Mission acknowledged. Chocolate has been captured. Engaging eviction mode. Hey yo, what's up? My name is iPhong and welcome back to NEKOPARA's Volume 1. And I hope you guys and girls are still staying healthy, even though the disease are happening around us and it's getting more dangerous and it's getting more serious. And I also hope you guys and girls still sticking to your healthy daily life basics, like washing your hands with soap, and when you go outside, you always wearing masks. And actually, everyone suggests each other that you need to stay indoors as long as you can to reduce the amount of cases that people are having disease. And it's actually feels weird that I'm not allowed to say the name of the disease because for some reason the videos got timed out in these social medias, and I'm not gonna lie, this social media is getting unfair sometimes. And also I want to give you a message for European people, because people there is not the majorities of people who think that way, but for those who thinking that only people who have infected by the disease who wearing masks, like everyone has to wear masks even though you're not getting sick, even though you're not getting disease, you still need to wear masks in order to protect yourself, because who knows, other people will infect to you. I mean, it's not safe, and just don't think it that way. Only people who have infected wearing masks. Don't think the way that only people who don't have disease who wear masks. Like, everybody has to wear masks, not just going outside, but also if necessary you also wear masks inside as well. And not just all the time, you also still need your mouth to actually eat or drink something. Like, especially people recommend to drink hot waters all the time and eat as many as you can. And masks still really important when you go outside. So please, European, I know I'm not thinking all Europeans thinking that way. I think European people are really nice, but still I kind of feel really disappointed for most of the Europeans, people who are going on tour or tourists on most of the Asian countries only respond saying that wearing masks is so annoying, and only people who have infected wearing masks. I mean, everyone needs to wear masks. It's really important, and no one in the airport wants to see people not wearing masks. And yeah, we need to take the disease seriously. Okay, good. Alright. I'm getting really emotional, well, not emotional on trying to cry, like emotional, like trying to like getting angry in the intro, but it's so weird. But I mean, it's a responsibilities on every social media influencers to actually take the disease more seriously and trying to spread people and trying to protect themselves by wearing masks whenever you go outside, or if you don't need to go outside, or stay indoors as long as you can and drink hot waters, drink as much as you can to release the toxins outside your bodies, as well as you eat as much as you can and trying to stay healthy. Okay, you got that? Good. Let's get into the game, and we're gonna open the background music's a little bit 20%. I still remember the comments, and we're going back to data load. In the previous episode, I simply forgot to actually comment out the load file, but it's okay. It's not a big deal because it's just automatically copying the script. So first of all, already for sure, but yeah. Please, if you're not old enough, since this game is rated 18G, if you're not old enough, please prepare yourself because I don't want any of you guys and girls getting busted by your parents or your relatives, or else they're gonna spread around. Maybe in the future you get single all the times because you don't want your different gender to find out that you're into adult contents this early. So let's get into the chapter 4. I mean, I'm really excited to see CHOCOVAN'S getting the permits done. I don't know if they're gonna be okay. Alright, Oda Slave is feeling for the apple pie. I remember that as I ran my finger down the prep sheet to confirm. I looked at the clock and saw it was past 9 o'clock. Although studying for the bell exams took up my time, I still had enough energy to do preparations on my day off. Also, in the previous videos, I did talk about my final exams. I'm done anyway. I don't know the score, but I expect that I done good in the exams because the school. I mean, I don't know if the schools own of the school in USA, but they close. So they decided the final exams to be online, and it's a big advantage because the teacher's not gonna check if the students did cheat or not. But I kind of feel bad, but oh well, I survived the quarters. Oh my god, the sound. Before I record these videos, I turn up the volumes of the computers to make my hearings more clearer. But when you still record in the desktop the games, you still hear as the volume still as normal. So don't worry if it sounds too loud for you, or because it's just a normal desktop in the phone anyway. And the volume what I can hear is super loud, but the volume what you hear is still as normal, because I really want to experience myself into the game so bad. So yeah. Also, I'm happy to hear Vanilla's clearer as well. Master, look, please look at this. We finally transcended the limits of the cat girl's perfection. You should got there quickly. Okay. I don't think it's that quick. Chocolate, you hiding something? That is because we adore you profoundly, Master. Okay? You don't need to mimic Shigure. Shigure and the others were gone, but it hadn't been more than 2 hours since they started their independent studies. Yes, it's past 9 o'clock in the game, so what do you expect? They have to come back home. I suppose they were now able to do multiplication or something. Judging by Master's face, he just thought we only gotten as far as learning division. So I didn't go that far yet. I stay silent so as to not dampen their spirit. Master, please rub my neck. How? How? Chocolate will use her poker face and hide her purring. Like this. Rub. I guess that right. Let's hear it again. I actually see it's in the OVA, but instead of saying that's rubbing neck, it's actually rubbing chin. I mean, the chin is right there. If you rub me like, it's so uncomfortable. It's like mostly people just using neck for strangle. Well, that didn't work.
いやー、しょうがないじゃないですか。大好きなご主人様ですもん。
Meow. Chocolate can't have it. Chocolate just loves her master so much.
誰にでもゴロゴロ言う安い猫だと思わないでください。
Please don't think Chocolate is some cheap cat girl who just purrs over any old thing. To be honest, in I think that I don't think human can actually handle the chin rubbing because it feels so weird and people just thinking that harassment and sexual. No, it's so weird. Imagine, to be honest, I don't think this year gonna have Valentine's days in March because of the disease around. But if you're going outside and you rub the chins of your different genders, it feels uncomfortable. Even though if you do it with the same genders, human to humans, you're rubbing other people's chin, people will have the misunderstanding and it feels so uncomfortable for your opponent as well. So, what do you expect the cat girls to be like? Making poker face by rubbing the chin? Old things, huh? It's never get old, Chocolate. Please don't think Chocolate is some cheap cat girls who purrs over any old things.
喉元なでなで。
I'm gonna rub your neck, Chocolate. That has to be rubbing your chin. I saw that in the OVA. And it has to be rubbing chin, not neck. Neck is the things that mostly people only use for strangle.
ゴロゴロゴロゴロゴロ。
Gara.
ゴロゴロゴロゴロゴロ。
It would be better when I click the voice repeat and the characters will also doing the exact same thing as before. It would be more into detail. That didn't work. Oh, she did that even with Vanilla. What exactly was she trying to show off to me?
じゃあバニラだってやってみてよ。できるの？
Why don't you try, Vanilla? Can you do it?
私は余裕に決まってる。猫騙しも通じない弾力。
Of course I can. I won't blink even if you clap in front of my face. So mate.
カモンご主人。好きにしてごらん。
Vanilla, that's a good English. Why the game decided to Vanilla to say and Chocolate will be like, how do you do? My name is Chocolate. Come on, Master, why didn't you give your best shot? Okay, how about like this then? Girl. Vanilla, you can do it. Endure it. Oh my god, the voice actress using too much force on the throat. I can hear it at the back. Big respect to the voice actress using so much force on the throat, which means that voice actress has a really strong lung and throat as well. That's the voice actress and voice actor's jobs to keep the throat and the lungs healthy. Gonna rub.
見てご主人様。バニラの尻尾がピーンって。
Look, Master, Vanilla's tail. Her tail sticking straight up.
天をつく勢いでピーン。バニラめっちゃ喜んでるよ。
It's deep enough to pierce the heavens. Vanilla must be feeling really good. About that, I think that it can affect the humans too. Because when you're actually doing like something, especially you're doing the lie detector, there's actually a way to actually cheat the real lie detector by trying to make a poker face and try to make your heart calm and use all your force to your bottoms. and I seen it in the documentary show, and I was surprised that it's actually possible to cheat the lie detectors by trying to stay calm as you can, but still lying. But so nobody knows, so you can actually trespass the experts. I don't know, is that true anyway? So yeah.
違う。それは
No, this isn't. Yeah.
そう、言うなれば、ショコラが近くにいるから、その愛であって。
Yeah, this is just how I show my love for chocolate when she's near me. CHOCOVANI'S, I think you don't need to worry about the rubbing the chin things because humans still getting really uncomfortable with that too. Just a little tip of the fingers touching other people's chin will make them feel like ah. You'll probably be near her during the test, do you know? I couldn't shake the fact that this was an excuse out her. Given Vanilla's quietness, she was honestly trying not to lose chocolate. Well, your tail's back to normal.
今のがたまたま失敗しただけなんです。
This was just a minor setback.
他のテストも試してみてください。絶対に大丈夫ですから。
Please test us in other ways, we'll definitely be fine.
そう。他のはすべて合格ラインだから大丈夫。
Yes, we'll definitely pass all the rest of them, so don't
こ
worry.
の猫殺しのテスト項目、全部試してくれればいいと思う。
You can test us on every one of these calculator tests, way. I remember the games telling me that the cat girls do commit crimes. But please, don't kill someone, okay? From this list, huh? I scanned over the question from previous tests in the cheat sheets. There really were a lot of questions about various cat girl behaviors. Okay, why do we go in order from the top then?
任せてください。ご主人様の猫ですから。
Please leave it to us, please master cat girls at all.
Don't worry.
Vanilla's English are so well. Why the games decide that Vanilla's can't even English?
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
So cute. But English is good. Okay then, we're going back to the chibi form, but it would be better to make a whole screen, but not just like a manga frame. Okay then. Wow, that's fast. CHOCOVANI'S. Kung 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 kung. Sniff 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 sniff. Kung 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 kung. Oh, the sound effect. Resisting sniffing test fail. I like the idea of making a sound effect that failed that By the way, what these fingers touched earlier was blue cheese. Yet it was known as the stingiest cheese. I could be wrong. Yeah. Grab. You. Yes. No one wants stingy. Okay, you failed the flaming response test as well. I did read about the flaming response test on the internet, but I still don't get it. What is flaming is all about? How do you know when people fail the flaming test? Well, not people, animal. How do you know when animal fail the flaming response test? I don't know. I'm not the expert. Okay, next. It happens to animal as well, clapping in front of the face, making loud noise. Trigger them. Yeah, meow.
ご主人。
I think Chocolate's passed out. I think she not passed out yet, but she just having the soul out her body.
何するの？
Oh my god, this Sa is way more force than the OVA. Sa, just what are you doing, Sa? Clapping in the face test also fail. Yeah, I feel bad for Chocolate. Crying. Oh, Joshi-sama. And Vanilla be like, Sa, what are you doing, Sa? Clapping in the face fail. Meow, 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 meow. Yes, it's cat's favorites. It's cat's favorite, the feathers. Oh god. That's a bunch of meow, 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 meow. Yeah, we finally found a way that Vanilla's not gonna get shy again. Using the feathers. Well, actually, no. In TV series, Vanilla's in dirt. The feather. Feather Lord test failed. This is nothing. This is nothing. Chocolate, you're definitely right. Catnip is a bombs to a cat, like a dead bombs. Catnip is the best. Is really the bomb.
水がとろけるこの感覚。パナイ。ほんとパナイ。
Vanilla, don't play with catnip too much, or else you're gonna run out of breath. Just like you say, it feels like my brain is melting. It can't be beat. It really can't.
もっとチコやれ。
Oh no. We all know that these girls are fail. More, I need more of this. Catnip test also fail.
バニラアウトにあって。
I like the fact that you change transitions from the background to all white to make it like more comic manga atmosphere. That's really neat. Chocolate saying, yeah, to be honest, CHOCOVANI'S, they admit it. They fail. Mission fail. We get better luck next time.
全てがどうでもいい。いや、ただびとともに私はね。
It doesn't even matter anymore. I'm taking this catnip and going to sleep. I mean, Vanilla, you more like you passing out. You ran out of breath before. You can't sleep with your cat toy anymore. They first down catnip and they basically little drunks. Oh no. Will they really be fine after all this? No. But it's the first day anyway. I just leave it all that, yeah. Come on, if you're gonna sleep, do it in your own bed.
ベッドなんてご主人様のエッチ。
No. Your own bed means that you sleep with Vanilla, not Gasho. Chocolate. Bed, master you etchy.
私たちをこんなに酔わせてどうするつもりね。
Just what are you planning to do to us while we're intoxicated like this? You two really are a pain. Come on, let's go. I got a grip on you, so stand up.
ご主人様、抱っこがいいです。
You know Gasho is not strong enough to carry CHOCOVANI. He can only carry one of each. Master, I want you to carry me.
猫づかみは、愛を感じにゃよ。
Oh god. CHOCOVANI, you feel so hard. I can't feel any more love in the way you're holding me. This is not good. I can't help but this is really bad. I thought about that as I carried the two drunken cat girls to the bed. Honestly, yeah, in the games, CHOCOVAN'S are 18 years old. And on the internet, people saying CHOCOVAN'S are in 12 years old. And people just thinking like, to be honest, kids can actually get drunk too, like me. Like I mostly get drunk by coffee and trying to act like I'm energetic, but mostly in public, I'm not so much energetic. But when I drink coffee, like I'm acting like crazy. Well, whenever people interact with me, I'm acting like full of energetic person when I drink coffee afterward, but without coffee, not so much. After that, I threw myself completely into reading those cheat sheets. Don't get the wrong idea. What happened to us while we were sleeping in our pajamas? When we came into it already this rainy night, this must be a new stand attack. Stand attack? What does that mean about that? But yeah.
ただいま戻りました。
It's when you got drunk and on the next day you remember nothing. And some people who have enough endurance to actually remember some things even though they get drunk before, but not so much. Tadaima, chocolate, we're
た
back.
だいま戻り。
Tadaima Modori, we're back. Oh, welcome home, you two. Any problems with delivery or
もち
payment?
ろんです。バッチリ完璧なデリバリーでした。
Of course not, it was totally perfect
無
delivery.
事、任務達成。パーフェクト。
Mission completed without incident. Perfect.
なんて言ったって、ショコラたちは
After all, CHOCOVAN'S.
立派な鈴持ちの猫ですから。
Oh, splendid bear holding cat girls. Good job. Good job, CHOCOVAN'S. Congratulations. Wait, why? I'm suspicious. I think Vanillas deserve the golden bell, and Chocolate's feel like silver one. Do you have any problems with the test you taken, CHOCOVAN'S?
鈴持ちの猫が2匹揃えば、心配なんて不要。
Worrying is unnecessary with two bell holding cat girls around. The brand new bells around CHOCOVAN'S necks glitter brightly. What is the bell made of? Good question. Is it made of toy or making real golden or silver? Chocolate has a silver color bell, and Vanilla got the golden color one. We proved that they had become independent cat girls. They both had blossoming smiles full of pride on their face. They were really close to failing though. Hontoni, really? What's the difficulties on the
ギリ
test?
ギリでも合格は合格ですから。
Even if it's just by a hair, it passed the
一
pass.
発合格の確率は 5% 程度って言ってた。
They said that the rate of passing on the first try is 5%. Oh, that's good now.
それに、ショコラと私は最年少合格猫。もっと褒めていいと思う。
Besides Chocolate and I were the youngest cat girls in our group to pass, I think that scores a bit more praise. Good job. I think that's fair enough. Alright, you two are La Soleil Star Postal Cat Girls. I answered, rubbing their head as always. Actually, this was the first time we have received a delivery order from a customer. With my cell phone, not just phone, with my cell phone I was able to check out on them to make sure everything was alright every few minutes through the GPS in the bells. That's convenient. That's convenient. You can actually detect GPS on the phone as well, so nobody got lost. That's a good detail. I really did want to follow behind them, but I restrained myself. It was their first errand, so naturally as their owner, I was fraught with worry and couldn't sit
ちゃん
still.
とご近所さんの人たちにも元気に挨拶しました。
We make sure to say hi to everyone along the way
歩
too.
く看板猫のおかげでお店の宣伝もバッチリ。
We make sure to advertise the store perfectly as walking
お店の売
postcards.
り上げが上がったらきっと私たちにもご褒美があるはずと信じて。
If we raise the sales of the cafe, then I hope that we'll receive a reward.
ショコラはご主人様とお風呂入れる券でいいです。
Okay. Uh-oh. I think I'm ready for this. Okay. Chocolate is fine gaining the privilege to take baths with Master. Uh-oh. I think in this episode I'm ready for the censorship with my crappy face cam. Because to be honest, my face cams only work smoothly in the small resolution, like in the corners. But the full size and full screen face cams, not so much. While recording, yeah, you'll find getting previous take passment.
でもお洋服とかも買ってもらえたら嬉しいです。たまにでいいので。
But Chocolate would be so happy if you brought clothes and stuff for her too. That's good from time to time.
私もお洋服欲しい。
I also
多
decide
少
to.
はご主人の変態趣味でも我慢する。
I thought you finished there, Vanilla. I kind of did go too fast all of a sudden. I also design clothing. At the very least, I will put up with Master Etchy interest. I wasn't going to acknowledge you, but since when did I have such interest?
一応ボケておいた方がいいかと思って、鈴持ちとして。
I was thinking it would be a good idea to throw in a joke as a proud beholders. I didn't think having a bell was a qualification to become an entertainer. Perhaps this was some of the additional vocabulary they had learned when studying for an exam. It didn't seem like they were any different from before though. Okay, I think I was something special. Don't get your hopes up, though, okay?
ご主人様大好き。
Yeah. CHOCOVAN'S, you have bells now. You need a better rewards at just having cakes. Yay! The chocolate loves
ご
master.
主人最高。
最高ですね. Master is the best. Taking a bath with me is completely out of question though, but saying it's a bit of pain, I will mention anything.
でもご主人様が喜んでくれて嬉しいですにゃ。
Okay. I hope I'm ready for the bath scene again. I'm getting my sense of scene ready. I'm playing the game in total H animation on. But since this social media is not happy about that, while I'm playing the games with H animation on, I'm still gonna let you guys and girls read the script. And I'm using the sensor overlay with my full screen face cam, which is too much crappy. And why is my cursor is not clickable? Meow, Chocolate, so happy that you're pleased with us, Meow.
お前らはそれゆの立派な看板猫たちだ。
You two are lazulous dog postcard girls.
にゃんてにゃんて。もうショコラ死にそうですにゃ。
That's what you said. Chocolate is about to... I think I can say that one. Die from happiness. Ouch, ouch, stop, that hurts.
これでご主人も私たちなしではいられない体に。
Now Master can't live without us. Yeah, obviously.
にゃんとそんなことも。鈴ってすごいだね。
Yeah, it's amazing. Man, did you really think so? That's amazing, so amazing. Don't you think that to deliberately confuse
や
Chocolate?
っぱりそうですよね。鈴もらったくらいじゃね。ははは。
I want to hear
や
that
っぱ
again.
りそうですよね。鈴もらったくらいじゃね。ははは。
Chocolate guesses that's true. We only just got our bells after all.
と、ショコラが強烈にしぼんだ。
Chocolate just got super depressed last year. I mean, Chocolate, don't cry. You got your reward. I told you not to do that, you chick
ご
store.
主人の株が上がりすぎてたからちょうどいい。
Must have worked went way out, so now it's just
シ
right.
ョコラならすぐに元に戻るし。
Chocolate will be back to normal soon
そ
anyway.
れに、しょぼくれてるショコラも可愛い。
Kawaii. Besides, Chocolate looks so cute when she's down. Aren't you clever? Well, I suppose I could agree with her though. She looks beyond cute when she's all secret like this. Looks like we're running out of supplies. I'm going to have to go out and buy a couple of things on my break.
お買い物。ショコラも行きます。お買い物デート。
Shopping. Chocolate also want to go. Shopping date. Oh, how about vanilla? A date is supposed only 2 people's, right? We don't want threesome.
ほら、もう元通り。
See, she's already back to normal. Well, there isn't a long time, so we need to get going.
はーい。お着替えしてきまーす。
Okay, Chocolate's going to get changed. Okay, I prepare for this. Today was just another normal day at La Soleil. Today was just another normal day at La Soleil. Oh,
今日もたこ焼き屋さんいないんですね。
yeah. Where is the takoyaki seller? The cat is... I really want to see the cat again. Cat girls again. Huh, the takoyaki seller isn't here today either. I like the walking sounds mechanic though.
開店前にしか会ったことない。
We haven't seen them since the bakery opened. Maybe it's the day of today, or maybe they only open when there's a lot of people
あの
around.
子猫ちゃんもうちのお店に来てほしいのににゃ。
I was hoping that young cat girl would drop by our bakery too, meow.
私用のショップカード持ってるのに。
Sanen. I even brought our bakery's business card to give to her. How unfortunate. Sanen, yeah, we really wanted the other customers in the games to actually receive the business card, or some people saying it's a leaflet card to get advertised. Well, we see them again soon someday. You never know, we'll probably see them sometimes in the future.
そうですね。まだまだあるんですもんね。
That's true, it's definitely possible.
私たちの戦いはまだまだこれから。
After all, our battle has only just begun. We crossed the path that we had grown used walking. There was a gentle breeze blowing in from the coast.
ここの風気持ちいいですよね。ショコラ大好きです。
This breeze feels nice. Chocolate loves it.
住めば都。新しい街も悪くない。
This is a place you can get used to living in. A new town isn't bad either. The familiar salty breeze blew into their squinted eyes. I turned around and saw a bench enter my line of vision. Well, there's still time, so why don't we take a break?
ああ、いいですね。休んできましょう。
Okay, that sounds good. Let's take a break.
では、私は飲み物買ってくる。けなげにも。
In
お
that
金
case,
ください。
okay. Vanilla. I always thought that Vanilla finished the sentence. I know that Vanilla has the personalities of being shy sometimes, but I did went way too fast there. Also, I really like the detail that now they have a bell. Good job, CHOCOVANI. In that case, I shall buy some drink with courageous heroism. Please give me money. Thank you very much, Miss Vanilla. Johnny. I give the graceful poster cat girl's money. With light steps, Vanilla walked towards the vending machine. I really like the walking sounds mechanic though. And it's gonna suddenly stop.
前もここで同じように座りましたね。
Yeah, is there something wrong, Chocolate? We sat here like this last time too, huh? That's right, just like this her. She was talking about the day after I moved. It seems like it was quite a while ago now. I wonder how things would have turned out if I had ended up my own.
どうなってたんでしょうね。
Chocolate wants us
でも
to.
一つだけ確かなのは、そんなこと考えても意味ないってことです。
But one thing is certain, there's no point thinking about it. Chocolate finally looked at me. That's true, no reason to talk about ifs and buts.
そういうことじゃなくて、ですよ。
This yo. That's not it either though. It's not. What do you mean? Not understanding what she meant, I asked again. She closed her eye a bit and I could see a pretty mischievous smile creep across her
どん
face.
なことになってても、ショコラは絶対にご主人様のところに来ましたから。
No matter what happens, Chocolate will always be there with
だから、
Master.
一人だったら、なんて考えても意味ないです。
So that's why there's no point thinking about things if you were by yourself. Chocolate. Yeah, remember the first day Gasho opened the bakeries? Or maybe before that. Yeah, he has to deal with mountains of accessories which needed to be in the bakeries, and if he's on his own, it takes hours to actually finish cleaning up. And without CHOCOVANI, it's harsh, man. It's harsh. Unexpectedly, my heart began to beat loudly. My face felt flushed. I couldn't bear looking at such a genuine smile any longer. As I averted my gaze away, the color of her silver bell caught my eye. I always thought of her like a daughter, but she's growing up with each passing days. Yeah. Remember what Chocolate told you? I think that CHOCOVANI sees Gashos as more like brothers or fathers, like part of families, because Gasho took care of CHOCOVANI so much. Once again, I realized something that's obvious. I took a deep breath, cooling my flushed face. Please always be by my side from here on out. I'm so happy when you're with me. I answered her honestly. I rubbed Chocolate's head more gently as usual.
ご主人様。
Chocolate says something's wrong. Master? Something's wrong, right? What's wrong, Chocolate?
なんでもないです。はい。
Nandemonai. I mean, honestly, you're shy, and you. I mean, I don't think Chocolate's shy. She's just embarrassed. I used the wrong word choice there, and yeah, my English suck. You say it's nothing, but
本当になんでもないです。
it's really nothing. Nandemonai this.
ご主人様から何かすごく甘い匂いがして、とろーんって。
But actually, there's a really sweet smell coming from you, Master, which kind of makes Chocolate space out. A sweet smell, I tried to smell what she was talking about. Of course, I didn't smell any sweet, but I think cat girls or cats, like, they have really sensitive sense, like noses, mouth, tongue, and touches. So I think cat girls will realize that, like a cat. Of course, didn't smell anything sweet.
甘いっていうか、クラクラほわーんって感じがして。
A sweet, like tingly feeling. It's like everything has become light.
でも、嫌とかじゃないんですよ。むしろ、すごく心地いいっていうか。
But it's not a bad thing though. I feel kind of nice actually.
こないだのまたたびに近いかも。
It's a bit like a sensation we had from the carnips before. Are you sober yet, Chocolate? She let out a long, feverish sigh. As she sighed, she gazed downwards with her face flushed red. She glanced up at me, her eyes
ご主
gleaming.
人様、ショコラは、もっと頑張りますから。
Yeah, we all really wants to do it. Yeah, people really wants to work even harder. We all say that every New Year's, but it turns out every New Year's people just making this planet getting harder and having accidents everywhere. Master Chocolate will work even harder.
ご主人様がもっと元気でいてくれるように頑張りますから。
Gamarimas, so that master will be even happier. Chocolate will work hard. She squeezed her hand tightly in front of her chest. As she said that to me with sorrowful voice and forlorn look on her face, things somehow feel a bit different than before. I knew that she was happy, but it seems like she was holding something back at the same time. Chocolate, is there something's wrong? Just speak out and who knows, Casio can help. She wasn't like her usual feverish and energetic self. It was almost as if
ショコラ
Chocolate? That's triggered. Meow. Whoa.
びっくりしたにゃにするのバニラはもう
Vanilla, did you trying to hurt us out in secret? You surprised Chocolate. You really did. What are you trying to do, Vanilla? Jeez.
これが言いがかり濡れ衣ともいうもの
This is what you call false accusation or unfounded suspicions. You just surprised me too.
私を使いっぱにして二人でイチャイチャしてるから悪い
Oi, Vanilla, did you just watch us talking in secret? It's not like that. Oh, please, don't get a misunderstanding, Vanilla. It's your fault because you were using me to be able to get all close and lovey-dovey with Chocolate. Vanilla, I know you're cis-gone and I know you like Chocolate. I respect you. So please, I promise you Casio will not do anything with your girls. I wasn't doing anything other than rubbing Chocolate's hair. I always...
匂いが違った猫の鼻は騙せないクンクン
Kung. Your scent is different. A cat girl's nose can't be full. Sniff,
と
sniff.
りあえずショコラとご主人の間に私は座ろうと思う
In any
けて
case... I think I need to stop with the habit of going really fast. In any case, I think I'm going to sit between Master and Chocolate here. Move out my way.
開けてくれないなら実力行使そのまま座る
Guys, you're too close. If you don't make up some space, I'm going to have you forced. I'm going to sit down here either way. Wait up, just a matter. You're pretty heavy there, Vanilla-san.
重くないご主人は失礼
I'm not, Master. So rude. That's not what I meant.
いやーご主人様の上ずれいショコラも乗りません
Okay, people. We in the middle in the parks right now. People will get misunderstanding. Yeah, that's not fair. Getting to sit on Master laps like that. Chocolate wants to. Here I go. I don't think that Gasho will gonna handle CHOCOVANI because of the way.
ご主人様の片足くださいそしたら平等
Uh-oh. Give me one of the Master legs. That's fair,
これ
okay?
人は両手に花って言って私知ってる
That's... Yeah, Gasho really don't want that. This is what humans go through blessing as one, right? Like, in my home country in Vietnam, we say like two fishing at once. But yeah, you can say two blessing as one, like two girls with one man. Or one girl with two men. Yeah, before that, you should do know about the concept of public morals in society, right? In any case, please get on my last serious
嬉
now.
しいくせに却下
But you're enjoying this though, tonight. But we're in the middle of the
じゃあ
park.
ショコラも却下しますゴロゴロ
Girl. Okay, then Chocolate is also denies your request. Girl. Before I know it, Chocolate was oversell again. Well, as long as she's happy, there's nothing to worry about. But In the end, my break time ended up not feeling like a break at all. It was completely spent with the two of them. Uncomfortable. In public doing that. The racing in my heart would slow down. Chocolate, is there something's wrong? Speak up, so I think Kasho can handle this.
ショコラ、この伝票、ご主人にお願い。
Chocolate, can you give this invoice to master?
わかった。行ってくるね。
Okay, understood. Chocolate, we go do that now.
ご主人様、これ明日のオーダー伝票です。
Master, here's the invoice for tomorrow's order. Sounds good. I'll take a look at it later.
わかりました。いつもの場所に入れときますね。
Okay, I'll put it in the user's place then. What are you reading? Kasho. Oh. Kasho, what you reading? Chi. Oi, Chocolate. Don't eat customers' treat.
ピッと。
Nani, Kore, Chocolate. Why are you doing that?
カンカン。カンカンカン。
It's not time for this, Vanilla. We're gonna get the wrong idea. Big respect on the voice acting. That's a really deep smelling. Chocolate-san.
にゃんでしょうか、ご主人様。
Nandeshaka, look, Vanilla's gonna get the wrong ideas, and people were gonna think that Kasho is hanging up with Chocolate. Vanilla don't want that, so please don't, okay? Mel, what's up, master? Mel, what's up? Isn't the answer I'm looking for. Oi, Chocolate, control yourself, okay? Meow.
なんでご主人様の背中とショコラが合体してるのですか？
Why Chocolate stuck to master back? Because you got something's wrong and you need to speak up. Okay? Who knows, someone's gonna solve the problems to you.
ご主人様、ショコラに背中を押し付けちゃダメなのですよ。
Master, you shouldn't force Chocolate onto your back. He's just literally reading the invoice and you automatically by yourself just hugging Kasho at the back. Hold on. Clearly you stuck yourself onto me, Chocolate.
ショコラがご主人様に
Do you need Kasho to actually clap his hands in front of your face to wake up again, Chocolate? Chocolate didn't, Master? Yeah, exactly that. Oi, Chocolate. Says something's wrong.
そう言われてみればそんな気も
Even with that said, I don't think I would have. First of all, she frantically tilted her head left and right. Is she sick with some terrible disease? No! She got something's wrong, like feeling. This just started happening mere seconds ago though. Are you alright? You've been kind of out of since we got back from a break.
大丈夫です。ショコラはもう鈴持ちの猫にゃんですのよ。
Chocolate is fine. Chocolate is a bear holding Kakura after
と
all.
りあえず伝票そこに置いときましたから。では
Anyways, I left the invoice over there. Laters. Johnny. Well, if she says she's fine, then I guess there's nothing wrong. But there's something's wrong, okay? I mean, sometimes most people, like human, always trying to hide their feelings, trying to say there's nothing wrong, but it turns out there's actually something's wrong. It didn't seem like she was making any particular mistakes while working either. I think about things after observing her a bit more, I thought about that as I watched her head back. Okay, back to the dining room. Well, not dining room, it's just a cashier's place actually. Pants.
ショコラ、大丈夫？
Yeah, that's right, Vanilla. Chocolate, 大丈夫? Are you alright, Chocolate?
今日はちょっと暑いにゃってだけだから。
Oh yeah, Chocolate was thinking that today is kinda
い
hot.
つもと別に変わらないと思うけど。
I don't think it's any hotter than usual though.
もうすぐミルフィーユがなくなりそうだね。
We're almost out of milk fluid.
ちょっとご主人様に言ってくる。
Chocolate's going to let Master know.
ショコラ。
Chocolate. Vanilla. Oi, something's wrong? Oh, Chocolate was wrong.
あ、ご主人様。
The milk fluid is gone. Well, it's not gone. You almost ran out.
Yeah.
Master?
あれ何でしたっけ？
We almost ran out of milk fluid. But I don't blame. I don't blame Chocolate at all because she cannot go back with the dialogue with the mouse. Also, yeah, I think milk fluid is actually milk. I guess I don't know French, but I'm guessing as milk fluid is milk. But yeah, you need to remember. But I'm not gonna blame her because it's a kind of complex words for non-English speakers. You're telling me Chocolate space as she tilted her head in confusion again. Yeah. Remember what you're about to say to Master. It didn't seem like she was doing it on purpose. I wonder what's gotten to her. It was clear that she wasn't herself. Somehow she looks a little bit flushed too. I'm just gonna feel your forehead here, okay?
ご主人様。
Okay, Chocolate. Will you tell Kasho is that something's wrong? Master, I touched her small forehead. Her body shivered with a twitch. I could feel Chocolate shivering slightly towards the palm of my hand. It didn't particularly seem like she had a fever or anything.
ご主人様。
Master? Huh, Chocolate?
にゃー。
Oi! Again!
ご主人様。
Chocolate again, it's not time for that. Just tell Casio that we almost ran out of milk fluid. I don't know if I said that right though. Sniff, sniff, meow, Master. Wait, Chocolate. Oi!
ご主人様の匂い。甘くて。
Sniff, sniff.
にゃー。
Yeah. Sniff, sniff, Master smells so sweet. Meow. She cooed in a sweet voice I hadn't heard before. Still clinging to me, she rubbed her cheek against
ご
mine.
主人様。ご主人様。ゴロゴロゴロ。
Oi, Chocolate. You're trying to remember what you're about to say to Master. We almost ran out of milk fluid. Master. Girl. It was clear that she wasn't feeling like herself. Her voice was especially sugary sweet. You could even say that there was a stickiness to it. Her grip on my back tightened. I could feel a certain degree of sensuality in her actions.
ごめんなさい。
Chocolate is sorry. ごめんなさい。
その、用事でしたよね。ですね。
Oh, errands. Chocolate has errands to do, right? She suddenly came to her senses and let go of me. She flailed her arms about as she howled in confusion.
ショコラ、 ミルフィーユの補充。
Yeah, thank you, Vanillas. And Vanilla, I hope you don't see what chocolate did earlier. Also, that's cute. Picky though. Chocolate about a millefeuille.
それだ。ナイスアシストバニラ。
Nice assist, Vanilla. Ah, yes, that's it. Thanks for the help,
ご
Vanilla.
主人様、ミルフィーユがもうないので出しますね。
There we go. Master, we almost run out of millefeuille, so Chocolate's going to bring us some more.
奥の冷蔵庫でしたよね。ミルフィーユ、ミルフィーユ。
Millefeuille. It's in the back of the refrigerator, right? Millefeuille. Oh, hi, Vanilla. Sneaking out in the corner like that. Now she's going out. Hey, Vanilla, you know what's with Chocolate? She's acting weird today, right?
たまにおかしくなるけど、今日のは変だと思う。
Yeah, she can be silly sometimes, but she's definitely being weird today. Break 2. This is very promising. By the way, I've been curious, but do I smell strange or something?
普通。
Normal. Right? It was somewhat relieving to hear what that smell normal. Well, I meant that I didn't smell especially sweet or
もし
anything.
かしたら。でも確証ないし。
Yeah, don't make a conclusion yet. There's no proof after this. Could it be... there's no proof though. Huh? Vanilla was drawn in by what I had said. It seemed as if she realized something. Either way, can you tell Chocolate to go up in her room and
いい
rest?
けど、お店は
Okay, but what about bakery? It's starting to calm down out there, so I take care of things after work.
なんですと、ショコラが全然いけますです。
Chocolate, you really need a break, okay? What? Chocolate is totally fine
にゃん
though.
たって鈴持ちですよ、鈴持ち。これは立派な猫の証で。
Chocolate, you need a break. Listen to Vanilla's and go back to your room. I think if you have something wrong, you can actually easily tell Vanilla's what's going on. Because, yeah, I think that show is different genders and mostly people will share their feelings more comfy with the same genders than the different genders. After all, Chocolate has a bell. A bell is a proof that Chocolate is a major
任
girl.
務了解。ショコラ捕獲。強制退去モード。
Yeah, being as near a Chocolate as you can, Vanilla. Mission acknowledged. Chocolate has been captured. Engaging eviction mode. Oh my god, Chocolate got carried by Vanilla. But wait, I thought Vanilla's that strong. Here, Master, save me. Chocolate is. No, she's not fine. Let's see, we needed some more millefeuille, right? Yeah. Surprisingly, Vanilla was a type who could rise to a challenge when necessary. I stood in front of the wide open refrigerators, and despite all the distance, I could still hear the voice of my poster characters right behind me. I'm sorry. I feel so bad for Chocolate getting carried by Vanilla. False clothing changing more activated. Oh my god. Alright, I have to end this video right here. This is me right after I playing NEKOPARA's Volume 1, and I didn't expect the next scenes to be that long. So I ended up making a video that is 2.5 hours long. I mean over that long, and I had to split the videos in half. So next week you're gonna enjoy a really long scenes, and for now in this video gonna end the scene where Chocolate get carried by Vanillas. And it's good to know that Chocolates and Vanillas have the bells, and they pass the bells exams, and I'm glad that Gasho that tells that chocolate and vanillas passed barely in the first try, but it's still good enough. But at the same time, I think that still for human societies, people can handle rubbing these chins, and yeah, people can actually handle the cat nips or the feathers. But I don't know, some people got allergic to cats or even cat nips, so I don't know. But for human societies, it depends. And I think chocolate and vanillas barely pass the bells exams, and they finally get the bells on the neck, and it's still a happy things actually. And because to be honest, human cannot handle people rubbing each other's chins because people can really uncomfortable and get annoyed by that. And to be honest, I still don't understand what Flayman response and how people knows how animal got messed up with that response test. And also, to be honest, many people will get really annoyed about the blue cheese because it's been known one of the stinkiest cheese that people not like to smell, but it's still really fun to actually sing chocolate and vanilla testing out with Gasho, and then finally do the exams on their own, and finally they get the bells. And then afterward, Chocolate's acting weird. I know people should be happy about Chocolate and Vanilla's having a bell, and also Chocolate and Vanilla themselves should be happy when they getting the bells too. But for some reason, Chocolate's getting weird, and who knows, we're gonna find out in the next episode of me playing NEKOPARA's Volume 1, which is, yeah, I split the videos in half. In my mind, I already know anyway, but I'm gonna keep it not spoiling and let you guys find out by yourself next week. And yeah, since I made the videos for too long, over 2.5 hours, and I had to split the videos in half and making editings on the ending and in these videos and the intro of the next videos. And I'm gonna have a lot of fun editing those two videos at once. Yeah, that's it. Even though this videos you got to see Chocolate and Vanilla's got the bell, and then those two having fun with Gasho, going to the park, and then and suddenly Chocolate again feeling really weird. So yeah, you're gonna find out in the next episode. And I didn't expect the scene to be that long, and I did thought that I can play the game much longer, but I ended up playing the games too long, so I didn't expect that, and I should have paused the games earlier than that. But I kind of feel bad at the same time because I didn't make the intro for so long, and then I play the games kind of not much anymore since that break the promise. But still, I really want to make sure that you guys and girls are still staying healthy. And yeah, it's responsibilities for social media influencers to care about their subscribers. And I hoped that the disease and the happenings around us will end soon, even though that most of the expert thinks that it's gonna last really long. But still, we really hate the disease, and they want the disease to end as soon as possible. And I hope and the school will actually open back, even though that right now I'm finished with the quarter of the school we having holidays like weeks, and then and yeah, nobody wants online classes. And yeah, thank you guys and girls so much for watching, and as always, hasta la vista. In the next episode, there will be a really interesting scene.